Our basketball marathon on Big Ten Network starts in Columbus. And despite over 125 years of history for both Ohio State and Indiana State, today is the first time that they meet. Buckeyes coming off their best win of the year against number 4 Kentucky. The Sycamores, a national darling from left feet in the starting lineup today. And we are ready to rock from a packed Value City Arena in Columbus. Indiana State wins the opening tip, and Samaj Teal at the controls, the second leading scorer in the Missouri Valley.
This is a matchup we're going to look out for. Bruce Thornton for Ohio State. Samaj Teal can get a bucket for Indiana State in a variety of ways.
Three-level scorer, 18 a game. Quick feed inside, and Devin Royal was all over it.
Devin Royal, Ohio State, they're going to have to be aggressive, be physical, impose that on Indiana State early. You don't want them to get out in transition and get to running.
A lob for Stewart, able to catch it and kick. John Mobley Jr., a rare 2. It rolls out, but batted back out.
And that's what Sean Stewart can do. That's what he has done, create extra possessions. John Mobley, he's a kid that I love watching him play. I hate comparisons. He's got a little Curry in him, though. Great pass there.
Stewart not able to finish. He is a very good passer, a complete player, along with that high three-point percentage. Here's a corner 3 for Indiana State, and it goes Kamani Dowdy.
That's exactly what you want to see if you're Coach Graves. Get off the rim, get out in transition, get early threes.
Up to Stewart. They tried him a couple of times on that first possession.
It's going to keep them in this game.
Stewart not able to cash in on the first. Now 10 for Indiana State's first power conference game, and the second head coaching opportunity for Graves after spending 5 years at South Alabama from 2013 to 2018.
Crazy how the game has changed. When you used to have less talent, you used to want to slow the game down. Coach Graves says they want to speed it up now.
He said if they're going to lose, I'd rather lose playing our way. 100 to 80. Get that score up. And there's Alathan off a nice cut.
Hafey might have got away with a little bit of a foul there. Samaj Teal looking around confused.
Thornton will pull and hits.
There's a Bruce Thornton sighting right there. Off the block, he plays with great pace. You go under that.
State can't afford to do that today.
Especially not with him. 80% of his shots are threes. He can knock it down. Freshman from Barcelona, Spain. Barcelona, you got to put the little lisp in there, man.
You got that pronunciation down pretty good. Alathan from Barcelona.
There you go. Getting downhill, that's what he does best. Replacing.
Yeah, fortunate for Jake Diebler personnel-wise in that he can just plug Mahaffey right in. He plays over 25, 30 minutes a game anyways.
And that's the thing that they imagine when they get Micah Parrish back, Michi Johnson, Mahaffey, and then you don't have to plug and play. Now you just got a plethora of guys. That's a whole different set of problems that Coach Diebler is going to have.
Camp Wagner nearly had a 4-point play chance coming off the screen. He'll settle for 3 free throws.
He just couldn't slow down that speed that he has.
And at his top 30 in the country and leading the Missouri Valley so far. Rice, you said it, over 80% of his shots are threes. You're actually talking about Alathan, but Wagner here hanging right with Ohio State. Fouls are starting to rack up a little bit though. That one was on Teal. Mobley operating on the wing, feeds Glover. 9 points off the bench against Kentucky last game. Coming off an ankle injury. Mobley floats and rattles it home.
That is so tough by Mobley. The way he...
All defensive team, first team all Big Ten. Anything else?
Man, I just try to stay out the way, man.
Bradshaw not staying out of the way. The putback and got fouled.
Paint touch, it collapses the defense, gives you comfort at any shots you could take. Because if you
him back after being away from the team for 7 games, you see him at 7'1". It's hard to believe that he loves to fish. Just picturing him in like a little fishing boat is pretty hilarious. But he's a goofy personality. The team loves him.
Yeah, you know, I got a theory. All big guys got goofy personalities, but he looks like a lovable guy, man. Tough move right there.
Absolutely. Jaden Daughtry at 6'7" goes right around Bradshaw.
Coach Graves talked about how Ohio State was going to drive it into Indiana State's chest. Opposite there.
And there's Royal with the putback off the Bradshaw miss, plus the foul. Shot up top.
Absolutely. They're going to allow them to get those threes. Him and Royal said if those guys you get hit every time, it doesn't always look like a foul because of the strength.
And Jake Diebler with words for Earl Walton, closest to Diebler right now, joined by Paul Sells, Steve Honacki today. And Daughtry's left alone.
Great pocket pass by Samaj Teal. Great read. He plays with great pace. Doesn't have supreme wiggle, but he does have great pace. And Coach Graves talked about that pocket pass and how vital that was going to be for Indiana State.
Trying to find those seams off the pick and rolls. Thornton got it and one.
Tough move by Bruce Thornton. Finishes through. That time, that's what the Spain action does, though. It takes that away, where you have the big man high and the ability to kind of drag out with them. With the Spain action, if you do that, the guard's going to slip out and somebody's going to be open. Good read there by Bruce Thornton and good action by Jake Diebler.
Yeah, good adjustment from Ohio State to the coverage from the Sycamores. Daughtry went up strong and got the foul. Almost a highlight. Cheers run to the NIT championship and the second best in the Fox Sports app.
Juju against Michigan. Michigan All-American, McDonald's All-American freshman Olivia Olson. She's a Minnesota, went to my high school, so I got to shout her out. A lot of good talent in women's basketball. That one should be fun to watch.
Juju's the next sensation in women's college basketball.
I don't know if she's the next sensation. She is the sensation. You know, she might be the sensation in women's basketball.
After Caitlin Clark.
So, you know, it's not the best climate, but, you know, I love it. Obviously something you're not happy about. They need to figure out this defensive side to take away this pocket pass, especially if Jaden Daughtry's rolling to the rim like that. I don't know why he would come to Columbus and try and treat people like that. I'm still not over that dunk attempt. That was vicious.
That was violent. Daughtry up top handling. Teal trying to get his rhythm going. Pocket pass for two. Laid it home that time.
Maj Teal, he's a really skilled player. Jaden Daughtry doing a great job with the timing of that.
Colin White into the game. Missed several games for Ohio State with an ankle injury. And there is Glover from downtown.
That's what Coach Graves
take the three. And it's tipped right to Glover. Janai Summers down. Ohio State running. Glover wraparound. Stewart turns and scores.
As Glover downhill finds Sean Stewart. He's getting more and more confident every game. Devin Royal gets the steal.
Let's see what Ohio State can do. Stewart traveled and corner doesn't go down for Summers. Rebound to Ohio State up by 5. Glover splitting traffic down to a ground, got it to Mobley. Through traffic, shifty. What a move from the freshman.
Mobley, gotta honor that shot for Ohio State. I'm gonna go back a lot of John Mobley pick and rolls. I love Jake Diebler doing that because he really, the last part of his game is passing off the pick and roll. He's got Big Ten Player of the Year at some point written all over him.
Makes the extra pass to Thornton here and relocates top of the key. Thornton bulldogging for two.
He might be Big Ten Player of the Year this year. The way he plays, man, he's just getting downhill, getting to that right hand. He's almost unstoppable. But a great job by Mobley to touch the paint first and create that opportunity.
Thornton just always looks in control. Legree, whip pass, Alathan, got it.
Woo, Josiah Legree. Again, not necessarily Mahafy's game. Good job by Indiana State to stand up there.
Legree navigating, tried to go behind the back and careless. Glover behind the back and hits the pull-up.
That's the difference between a freshman and a Jake Diebler will take that one. And then on the other end, you see the adjustment to attack the pocket pass.
Wagner, a line drive for three.
Three-point shot starting to go down. Camp Wagner.
26-21, Ohio State. Royal, whip pass Mobley through two. Extra pass Glover, off the shot fake, rises, and the mid-range goes again.
Great offense. Mobley swings, the ball's moving, and Kez Glover gets to another mid-range jump shot. Ohio State really playing well on the offensive end.
Dowdy contesting. We've got gridlock here, and it's a foul on Indiana State.
Samaj Teal has been getting locked down a little bit in terms of shot making, but he's got 4 assists. He's doing a great 6 fouls now. Lead the Big Ten in fouls per game at almost 19. That's something that you can't have against an Indiana State team.
Contested catch here. Wagner somehow came away with it. Teal, step back, 3-ball, and it's good. Maybe that gets him going.
And, you know, he's one of those
3. That was a quick trigger.
Quick trigger, but again, that's what Coach Graves wants to see. He'll live with that shot.
They just got Wagner tied up with Bradshaw on the inside. which will give Bradshaw. We saw Matthew Graves. He's been around big-time college basketball for a while, even going. They don't even have a stoplight. They just have a blinking light. His brothers played at Butler. He was a coach for one of his brothers at one point, and getting his second head coaching opportunity now with the Sycamores, taking over for Josh Schertz, who really guided this program back to relevance last year.
Switch City is where?
It's about an hour away from Terre Haute, like southeast, southwest Indiana. And there is Teal. Wherever he's from, he's hitting shots.
Samaj Teal, 2 tough threes are his 2 tough buckets. And again, he can get going, 6 points, 4 assists. Got 3 turnovers, so they're doing another job. Ohio State did a great job. Another adjustment. Jake Diebler with the hedge out of the timeout that time to take away the pocket pass.
It's a one-possession game. Mobley, deep 3, go. Harding looking for a handoff. Ohio State tight. Harding has space, chooses Wagner in the corner, relocates for 3, and he drills it.
Was destroying them in that pocket pass early.
We were fascinated to see how Ohio State would defend this fast-paced system. Indiana's gotten some, but so has Ohio State, specifically with Glover. He's got 9.
I'm fascinated to see how Coach Graves is going to defend Glover and Samaj Teal.
4-point play chance.
Oh, man. This guy, you were just saying, he hasn't taken a shot. He's taken. Samaj Teal, second time the Buckeyes have fouled a 3-point shooter, but Bruce Thornton is in his grill. We talked about that matchup.
Way to a D1 opportunity with Presbyterian after starting at Winston-Salem State in Division II. Whip pass inside. Bradshaw got it, plus the foul. What a find from Mobley.
Great. It's impossible to stop. There's always a secondary option for it. That time it's just a layup for Brad. And in that situation, you know, if you're Marcus Harding, maybe play on that wing ball screen where you've had so much success, swing it instead of attacking Aaron Bradshaw there.
Teal defending Thornton. That's an easy ride. That's money all day.
That is tough. Old school right there. Put him on the block. Big body, take your time. No double comes. And hit the little fadeaway jumper. He must be watching Mark Jackson, Gary Payton, those guys.
Put back for Doughty, left wide open off the Teal miss.
Gotta be high on the ball screen for Teal. The way he's shooting the 3, that leaves people on the backside, on the box out open.
The athleticism of Glover will earn him 2 free throws. And that is
Teal. But now let's keep an eye on that as the game progresses. Glover
and Legree will be at the point. Glover goes 1 for 2.
They're off swinging the ball instead of attacking that one-on-one matchup.
We'll see if they adjust here. 4 minutes to go, first half. Ten to shoot for Mobley. Lob, Bradshaw the flush.
The bounce.
Finds a way to do everything at 6 foot.
Man, he's so good.
Flare screen, Alathan off the heel. Daughtry there. Kick out. Doughty tries and connects from the corner.
Offensive
kick out to a wide open White. He is yet to hit today. Navigating, fast break, and Daughtry got the foul. Look, Legree to a breakout game against Kentucky with 30.
Indiana State keep the tempo up. Bruce Thornton, there's a direct so many reps with the pick and roll because he is so talented at that. And when you take away Bruce Thornton, having that secondary guard and tertiary guard with Kes Glover is going to be huge for the Buckeyes.
Thornton will fire for 3 and connect again.
Right on cue, Kes Glover getting in the action, finding Bruce Thornton. And you can get Bruce Thornton wide open spot up 3s. That's even better for him. It takes more pressure off of him in the pick and roll. Great job by Kes Glover.
Legree back cut. Wagner found him, and he found Daughtry. What passing?
Great passing.
Legree knew he was undersized coming out, but ultra confident coming to Indiana State. Alathan tries and got it. We're tied.
Great pass. I believe it was Jaden Daughtry. And the cross-court skip pass, he's going to knock that down.
It was 22-14. Indiana State wasn't hitting 3s. Now they've got 9. in the first half, and they're shooting 50%.
That's part of the chess match that we got to adjust, and with adjusting, take away that pocket pass.
Out of it here in the first half.
Yeah, fun to watch. But again, Ohio State's not doing a bad job defending. Indiana State just seems to have an answer for every adjustment.
This is the offense that set college basketball on fire last year. Daughtry rejected but fouled.
Put a stamp on that, and ever since then.
For the Sycamores playing their best ball going into the holiday break, and it's carried over into the... Approaching the 1 minute mark. It's a 2 for Mobley. Came up short. Stewart on the offensive glass again. Out to Thornton for 3. And the brand of Bruce stays alive.
Bruce Thornton, when things are going well, players, kids tend to shudder and get quiet. So a huge thing for them to be able to work through that on their own with the assistance of Coach Diebler.
Let's see if they can close out the half on a high note. A 9-second difference game and shot clock with Ohio State up by 4 in a high-flying first half. Got it to Thornton, 16 in the first half. And it's a blocking foul. Baited Indiana State space because he just had a good laugh with Matthew Graves.
Yeah, he was down there by Matt.
Job in his first full season as the Ohio State head coach after taking over as the interim at the end of last year. 5-point game, 10 seconds to go. Down to 3, Legree got a fire from deep. Almost drilled it.
That would have been tough behind the side of Legree.
10 network today. Let's see what adjustments Jake Diebler and Ohio State make, especially on the defensive end coming into the second half.
Yeah, it will be interesting. They decided to take away the layups they were giving up early, and then Indiana State started hitting threes, 45%. Ohio State typically allows opponents 28%. Devin Royal gets to the free throw line of
the second half.
That's what Coach Graves was nervous about. He's got Samaj Teal with 3, Doughty.
Doughty's been a key player as Royal goes 1 for 2, but it's tips of Aaron Gray. Ohio State running. Lob, finger roll, no. Stewart had it knocked away. Teal the other way and cashes in.
What a sequence. An Indiana State great offensive possession. Just a little miscue with the hands on the catch. Should have been a layup. Only 5 points a game. You have to turn those into points there.
It is a more methodical style for Ohio State typically. On top by 4. Slipping, Stewart goes up and scores, plus the foul.
A little bit of a dose of their own medicine.
Drive and kick for Gray. Thornton pushing the pace. What a nice bounce pass. Extra feed to Stewart. Harding rises. Too strong. Royal tip to Thornton. Ohio State 1 shy of its largest lead. Stewart goes up. Sean Stewart is not little.
You mentioned you would think Ohio State would be a little more potent in transition, but right now he's a guard's dream. Someone who doesn't want the ball, doesn't need it. He's just going to play hard. Come set this screen and roll. Oh, tough finish there by Samaj Teal. Sean Stewart is a guard's dream, a guy like that who can put pressure on the rim, and he's had 6-0 run of his own.
Answered by Teal on the other end. They really need him to get him going. Indiana State does now with 12. Thornton had 17 to lead the way for Ohio State in the first half. Devin Royal spinning to his right and got the foul call. That's the 4th on Aaron Gray, 4 on Doughty as well, and 3 on...
Adjustment was go to a zone, right? And maybe you try and force Ohio State into some three-point attempts.
How collects, and it's recycled by Stewart.
Great block by Stewart. Might have got away with a goaltend, but...
Thornton corner 3. Royal there. Devin the flush.
Devin Royal and Sean Stewart, the bigs of Ohio State, starting to impose their will.
12-point lead, the largest for the Buckeyes. Indiana State needs something. Blocked again. Stewart with 2 in a row, nearly 3 in a row. Call for the foul.
Sean Stewart has tentatively starting to see it. The guards for Ohio State are so good. You can match that, what they do.
The rebounding numbers for Indiana State coming into the game have been good. The issue is they haven't played any power conference teams yet.
Very much so. Actually average more rebounds a game than Ohio State. And they're doing a great job. It's 20-20 on the rebounding department. But those offensive rebounds have bitten them in the butt a little bit here. We'll see how they continue to handle that. They stay in the zone.
They find Royal for an easy two. It's almost like Indiana State has to back off to the point because of the fouls that Ohio State will have clear lanes.
Yeah, and I think also they're not a zone team by trade. It's not what they're comfortable doing. There's a foul on Mahaffey.
Fear going against the big guys in your day?
None at all. None at all. We ain't afraid of them. We big guys, we got to tell them what to do. But hey, they're still difference makers, man.
Okay. Daughtry going to the hole and a foul. That was working for Daughtry in the first half. Indiana State needs
zone now without Royal. Mahaffey's not that same threat.
At the line, trying to move to 9-4 on the year, playing their first power conference game. Thornton Curley, scanning, hesitates, got it in one.
Bruce Thornton, man, they love running that.
Against Kentucky, 47 combined points in a game and a half. Now up to 50 in the last game plus.
He is in a groove at the right time. He's been in a groove all year. Talked about him hitting the snag. But again, Kez Glover and John Mobley Jr. are really opening things up for him.
And a nice answer for Indiana State with game. They have a young team this year because they want to create that sustained culture.
Yeah, it was refreshing to hear him talk about it because in doing that, he enjoys it. You can hear the joy in his voice. And if I was a young player, that's the kind of coach that I would want to go play for. Even if it's not Indiana State your whole career, it's a guy who's going to develop you and help you get to where you want to go. Very player-friendly official is what I would be.
I could see that. Trying to fix the shot clock. That's why there was an extra delay, and the lane open, wide open for Mahaffey.
That's the impact of Sean Stewart having such a good half and playing at the rim. Indiana State kind of backed off trying to protect on the lob. Mahaffey gets downhill and gets to the layup.
Teal gets downhill and scores to make it a 13-point game.
Threes.
Look at the foul trouble. Big story all day. And it continues. That'll go on Summers. Their season average with loads of time left. And White.
Attack, they're undisciplined fouls. They're not the ones where it's just, brute physicality. Keebler said he's back in game shape, but it always takes a minute to get all the way right. Kez Glover, more good offense.
Some good offense for Teal. He's been going to the rim more. Teal has a little bit more explosion. Teal said coming out of high school, I'm an absolute dog. I don't think anybody can guard me. So he's got that confidence.
Delusional confidence is the thing that you need as a basketball player. I love it. Sometimes it's delusional to start and it becomes reality, and that's what's happening for Samaj Teal. Maybe it was always reality.
Mobley's the same way, and he scores off the floater.
That is so tough. This game is so polished. So many freshmen in the Big Ten right now with polished skill sets. Mobley among one of the best in the league.
Step back for Teal, and that's the third time Ohio State's fouled a three-point shooter. It's on Glover. His foot ran into his foot a little late, maybe a bit of a kick from Teal.
Glover going to the bench with 4 fouls. Keep an eye on that. He's been
Teal as he cuts the lead to 12. Up to 19 points for Teal, one above his season average. Then a free throw fest. Bradshaw takes the three and hits.
Aaron Bradshaw has that ability. Coach Graves on the sideline saying we'll live with that, but that's really timely for Aaron Bradshaw. Pushes his lead to 15.
Daughtry slams it home. Tried it in the first half, and he got this one to go.
Jaden Daughtry does not like Colin White. Something, man. He's tired of this.
Daughtry got him.
Tired of this mistreatment, man.
White had a couple of dunks for Ohio State against Campbell last month. Mobley. Goodness. Daughtry does it again. Free throws and dunks here in the... Close at home. We saw Bradshaw rolling. Thought he was
a little trash.
It's been so back and forth today. Not a surprise. Wagner from the corner. And Downey there got fouled on the putback just into the game.
Camp extra possessions, extra shots at the basket that they need. Great job by Doughty.
YouTube and Instagram to get immediate access to the best highlights, features, and teams you love. Daughtry kick into the corner. Extra pass, Legree. Ball movement, sidestep. Wagner, corner three. Yes!
Wow.
And is carried over under Matthew Graves in his first season. 5 to shoot. Mobley creating. He'll head to the line. Again.
Can't foul him, but a really good effort from him. 3 for 3.
New Orleans. Mobley is able to hit both, and we have 50 to Indiana State, down 12. Looking for Stewart to the post. Deflected over to Thornton. White out of the corner. Bounce pass, but Haythie was fouled this time.
Or John Mobley or Kes Glover, but when you have a guy like Colin White as well, who can put his feet in the paint.
It's been a problem for Ohio State today. If they make most of their free throws, the game is pretty much over. White defending close. Tried to find a cutting. Allison ends up with Glover. On the break. Nearly spun it home, but fouled.
Ohio State.
Glover at the line as Ohio State continues to rack up the free throw attempts.
And really good guard play on both sides. Good play from big men. Great coaching. Up tempo.
Teal with 19. Finds Legree streaking and missed it. Here comes Thornton. Over to Mobley. It's normally a shot he'll hit as Wagner collects. Gets fouled. And bonus for Indiana State as well. It's helping keep the Sycamores.
Brother John over at Butler right now. Trust in Vorst that they do in Jaden Daughtry and Harding, and he gets blocked at the rim.
Derek Vorst's first minutes of the game, the 6'10 sophomore at a lucky Ohio. And Vorst got the block, but a foul called. It is on Vorst.
Full moving forward for himself and the team.
Break with that. Both these teams last played December 21st. Looks like they're going to take a look at a lane violation. And Allison, and then a technical foul on Teal. And that's his 4th game.
Now you got your best player with 4 fouls.
Loss for Ohio State. That was a free throw fest as well. Jake Diebler's had his hands on his head or hands on his knees the entire game. Locked in.
He's going to go the other way. Right now, it's Keith Glover getting him shots. As he's getting rolling, that's going to open up shots for John Mobley, too. For Devin Royal, we know that. So Bruce Thornton in a good place going into conference play. That is tough.
Oh, my God. That is a much more difficult shot than he made it look. And Legree the rebound. Indiana State needs 3s in a hurry.
Ohio State done a much better job this second half of guarding the three-point line. They have not done a very good job of guarding that man, Jaden Daughtry. He'll go to the line, try to get the every guard's working on that, but he's mastered it.
As a former point guard of the big,
he's a catch-and-shoot guy, can get to the free throw line, can make the passes. There's no holes. There's no hope in team right now.
And Jake Diebler loves that he doesn't turn it over. He's got 1 today. No call. Thornton still operating and scoring again. He's got 30 for a 2nd straight game.
Guys getting healthy, and with Minnesota and Michigan State on tap.
Michigan State coming up Friday, 8 p.m. on Fox for Ohio State. There's a foul. Free throws coming for Daughtry. Remember, Dale Bonner hit that.
At Breslin Center, gave Ohio State the Big Ten title. Ohio State, man, they had great teams. Jared Sullinger, Evan Turner, John Diebler. You know, they always had great talent. Final Four team that year. It was a really good team.
10 Final Fours for Ohio State as Legree's off the mark. 1 for Indiana State. Legree, no. Tip, Daughtry splitting and fouled. So Indiana State was involved in that game, huge in history.
That game launched college basketball. You could argue launched the NBA as well. He's extremely careful with the basketball.
Good back cut was snuffed out by Ohio State. Running with Glover, exploding to the rim.
As Glover finding his rhythm at the right.
Hafey now attacking with 2 to go. And backing out. Glover's got 15 season high for him. 6th-year senior. Started his career at Florida, 2 seasons there, 2 seasons at Samford. Thornton got it. Career high for Bruce Thornton.
2 games. He's been getting to the free throw line. He's been knocking down his shot. One thing that you asked me, the other thing I love about him is he doesn't speed up. You cannot speed him up. He's so composed.
Kalen Etzler, Ivan Yagov. There's Parrish out today with that ankle. He is trending up at the right time. Braylon Nash just checked into the game as well for Ohio State. Under a minute to go. Yagovin got it, and the foul. And the crowd erupts.
He's clearly a favorite on the team. He doesn't have much luck with the free throw line either, but a tough move there down on the block.
7-1 out of Croatia. First Ohio State international player since 2012.
Who was the last one?
It's a good question. We'll have to hit up Gary Pettit for that. And affected that shot.
Croatia and the Balkans has such a strong, rich history for basketball. I'm sure he has a really bright future ahead of him here in Columbus.
They like him a lot. Able to get into the game down the stretch. 6-second difference, game and shot clock. Let's see if another Ohio State player can score. This time it's Nash. He'll have a chance at the free throw line fittingly today.
I was afraid of, and score not really indicative.
Jake Diebler. Matthew Graves wasn't too far off from a scenario that he threw out there talking to us before the game. He said, look, if we are going to lose, I'd rather lose in a fashion where we're going up and down and scoring, and it's 100-80. It's not far off.
Yeah, 100%. So I think you're happy. Obviously no one wants to lose any game. Tough shot right there by Jihad Walker. But if you're going to lose, you're going to go out doing things that you're good at, and it's something for Indiana State to build on Ohio State as well.
A nice showing for Indiana State, but it's the Buckeyes taking the first ever meeting with the Sycamores.